Okay, today we're going to actually spend a little bit of time talking about how to use Moxi Present in order to figure out how to do a CMA and send that market analysis, that CMA, that whole presentation to your client in a way that's extremely impressive and very simple to put together without actually even going into the multi-list. Moxi Present has a lot of powerful tools. I'm going to just give you an introduction to it today, but we're actually going to do a CMA or two and show you how it works so that you can start using it. But before I get into Moxi Present, which is the component we're going to be talking about today, let me give you an update on Moxi Works and our rollout plan. So for those of you who have been following this since the beginning, way back in July of 2021, we got on the list to get into Moxi Works, which is a fantastic software program, and it's taken until now for them to start rolling out a lot of our stuff. So what we have access to right now is the basic version of Moxi Present and Moxi Impress. Moxi Present is a software program that allows us to put together presentations, email them, record them, put them to video, add video in, do some really cool stuff. But it allows us to make presentations for our clients, to build those presentations. And I have a lot of them built for you. Moxi Impress is a marketing tool that allows, that automatically creates advertising on your listings, creates a flyer, creates a postcard, creates a folded postcard, creates social media tools that you can then post everywhere if you'd like to. The next step, the two items that are going to be released within the next 5 weeks, are Moxi Websites and Moxi Engage. So I just want to take a minute or two and explain. Moxi Engage is the CRM of the system. It's a contact management software program. It's powerful. It pulls everything together for this whole platform. It's designed for you. And the suite of Moxi Works is fantastic because they're synergistic products that all work together. And a lot of it is centered around what they call sphere selling methodology. It leverages property data and it encourages long-term lead nurturing. It helps drive repeat referral business, and it helps to keep you on track for reaching your goals. Moxi has a 10-year history that they can share that shows that if agents do use the platform, it'll make a difference in their business. And isn't that what all of this is about? That's what technology should be doing for us, helping us to make us more effective and help us close more transactions. What it says on the screen is that those agents who have actually used this software, and they're talking about the year 2018, the agents who started using this CRM in 2018 had a 54% increase in their sales volumes in 1 year. And a lot of it they attribute back to Moxi working for them. Moxi Engage, the CRM, even has a goal-setting capability that's put right into the platform right from the beginning. So when you set up your account next month, you're going to put in your gross commissions goal for the year. How much do you want to make? And then the CRM starts tracking your progress and provides insights into what may help you so that you can craft some daily actions that'll help grow your business. And the CRM is also integrated directly with the MLS. So records are automatically pulled and property data is right at your fingertips with no manual entry required. There are task recommendations and there's coaching built right into the platform. So the system is actually going to suggest things you can do today to stay on top of a new lead or to make sure you're engaging with your sphere of influence or your social network or your clients and really solidifying and building relationships. There's also some automated email marketing and action plans built into the software. One of the tools, there's lots of them, but one of the tools Moxi has is called Neighborhood News. It's one of the ones I found most interesting. It's an automated email marketing component built into Moxi Engage. It's easy and it's one of those set it and forget it tools. It's a monthly market update sent to a targeted group of contacts on your behalf from the software. So it provides your contacts with relevant housing statistics and information based on what's interesting or important to them. You can set it up by zip code or by their neighborhood or by their location. And the data that comes to them is about their neighborhood or their zip code. The software has all your contact information built in and it's branded back to you personally. And since it's synced with the MLS, as soon as data changes to the MLS, it also changes in their neighborhood news report so they can see what's happening in the area. And again, and that way they're not going to Zillow to see what's going on. They're hopefully coming back to your site. And again, you only have to set it up once. Maybe as soon as you sell them the house, you can put in their address and create a neighborhood news trigger around their property, and it goes out to them on a monthly basis. It's a great way to build relationships and stay in contact with your past clients and your contacts. You can make changes, but you don't have to. It's really an effective way to build a drip campaign within the platform. The other component that's going to be rolled out shortly is the websites. The websites are going to be set up for you. They'll be done when you get them on February 28th. But with a few clicks, you can customize the sites in many ways. You may want to feature showcase a property, or you may want to showcase your experience on the main page. You can create custom pages that target different audiences. There's blogging capabilities, there's a lot to it. And customization appears to be easy within the website builder that's built into the platform. And it's not just a nice website. We all want to present ourselves online, but there's also a lot of lead capture tools that are integrated into this platform. Again, they all work together. It's integrated with the MLS. It has some great searches, as you can see on the screen. You can draw a circle around where you want the search to be. You can actually search by a lot of different criteria, much more than you can even on Zillow. It's more like an MLS, and I think your clients are going to love it. And hopefully with the marketing tools that are built in, it's going to draw more business to you. So the launch process we're going through, again, way back in July, we signed up for this. We had to fill out all sorts of paperwork and give them lots of data. And they finally, toward the end of 2021, gave us the basic version of Present and Impress. And they're going to have the websites all done and the CRM set up for each agent in the company to launch February 28th. So there is some learning to this. We're going to be doing some in-house training on this. And we're going to be doing some live training. Before we do that, though, Moxi has set up a series of training workshops for us, for the leadership and the admins in the company, anybody who's going to be helping everybody. There are training sessions beginning the second week in February, where we're going to have to learn a lot of stuff so that we can help everybody else. Now, they are also offering, if anybody wants to be a leader in the office to learn this stuff ahead of time, you're welcome to do that. We can try and get you up and running. But then the week of the 28th, we're going to really dig in and start learning how to use Moxi Engage and Moxi websites to really do well with you. So that phase 2 launch from the 21st to the 25th, we'll be doing a lot of training for the admins, for the leadership in the office. And then February 28th to March 4th, we're going to have some dates set up where there's going to be a lot of training on all the different aspects of it for all the agents. Also, they are going to migrate all of our data, anything that you have in Zap, anything that you have in Business Builder, and several other software programs that some of us are using. They're going to move into this platform. Moxi works for us. Now, if you have Top Producer or you're using something different, they're not going to move it for you. But at least everybody that you already have in Zap is automatically going to be moved over. That'll all be taken care of for you on February 28th. And the other thing that they are telling us is Moxi works with either a Gmail address, just like your phone does. If you have a Droid, you have to have a Gmail address. You either have to have a Gmail address or an Office 365 email. It doesn't work with Yahoo or AOL properly. So they're telling us we really need to get Gmail account set up for everybody who does not have one. I think most of you do, but for those of you who don't. Again, we can even upload Market Leader, Business Builder, Zap, all of those that many of you are using will automatically be migrated up. For anybody using a different type of software, you can export it in a CSV file, and it should be able to be pulled into Moxi so that we can actually load it in for that. And this gives you an outline of some of the fields that they're bringing over. And again, that'll be done on February 28th. Moxi website training, they will be up on February 28th. The training is going to be taking place first and second week in March. And you'll expect that the systems will be up and fully running, but again, you can add stuff to it. You can pull in testimonials from a lot of different places. You can put in almost anything you can think of, but the basic system is going to be up and running for you. So please make sure when we set up these launch trainings that you are available for them. I'll have that for you the next day or so. By the way, for those people using Moxi, Century 21 University does have some self-paced courses They're basic, but they will give you an overview on how to use Moxi websites, Moxi Engage, Moxi Impress, and Moxi Present. So it's not bad to check that out as well. Most rheology companies do not have Moxi, but it is something that they have in their university, and it's great to follow through with. And again, we're going to have some sign up stuff that we'll take you through very shortly. Now, setting that aside, let me show you how to get into the software, because we're going to do a CMA for you with Moxi Present and show you how that works. Now, the website is mymoxi.century21.com. And as you go to mymoxi.century21.com, everything is in our tool library there. So it brings you first to your login page as if you were going into 21 Online. If you can't remember your password, your username is usually your first name, period, your last name at century21.com. If you can't remember your password, you're going to have to say forgot and get a new one, or you may have to call them. So we sign in, and for those of you who've done this already, it looks, this may take a minute or two, it looks like this. Now, up the top, you're going to eventually see Moxi websites and Moxi Engage, which are the two most powerful portions. Right now, today, we're going to be looking at Moxi Present. And one thing you may want to check ahead of time, you can click on this little MLS bar, and we're supposed to have all of our MLSs already connected. I know we're having a bit of a problem with some of them. We do have Bright, Lehigh Valley, Pocono, and Greater Scranton are claimed to have been attached. So I'm going to go to Present for a second. And let me show you first that if you want to create a presentation to send out to a client, sorry, this will take a second. I start by hitting Create New. Now, this will be blank on most of your screens. I did some sample ones already. I can create a new presentation. I can pick a buyer, a seller, a buyer tour, or a non-listing. Now, if I do a non-listing, for example, there are brokerage templates that I've put together, and there are some that are put together by Century 21. Now, we've already put together for you a commercial real estate listing presentation for those people who are doing those, that has in all of our marketing. We also put together a 9 steps to a successful sale presentation, which is the one that we teach in our training program. You can start with a blank template. Again, if you go to the Century 21 parent company ones, they do have a commercial presentation of their own, a Fine Homes Estates presentation, their residential presentation, and so on. Now, I am going to back up a minute. I'm going to go to a seller presentation. I'm going to continue. And I'm going to go to brokerage templates, and I'm going to pull my 9 steps with a CMA. I'm going to continue that. And I'm going to prepare this for, let's call the person John Smith, because I have absolutely no imagination. And I'm going to use the Lehigh Valley multi-list for this, and I'm going to make it a luxury presentation. Now it's going to put together for me a information and start building what pages we can put in. But the powerful part of it is it'll actually value the property for me. Now I can do one of two things. I can either fill in all this information about a listing so that it pulls the value for me, or if I happen to know an old multi-list number for a property, I can pull that and it'll pull in the information. I'm just picking a random one. This is one that happens to be in the Lehigh Valley multi-list that's on the market currently with somebody else. I bring that in. It actually gives me the photo. It gives me the map. It pulls everything in about the property so that I don't even have to look anything up. Now, again, if the house has never been on the market, you have to start from scratch. So next thing I'm going to do, I know based on this that I've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,875 square foot property. It's actually, I got 1,200 square feet above grade. I might put that in 1215. And I'm going to come down and just hit continue. And by the way, this house is on the market right now. It's way overpriced. Now, Moxi is going to search the area around the property and find the properties that are most similar in that map. And then just like the multi-list, it's going to give them all to you. And as crazy as this sounds, you can go through and add them to your CMA. So the property that we're looking at right now is 2105 Edgewood. It's on the market for $339,900, which looks pretty high to me, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. There's another property, that property sold in October for $180,000. So it's back on the market. But here's one on Easton Avenue that went for $214,000. I'm going to click on that one. Here's one on South Boulevard, Lincoln Street, Hart Street. Another one on Edgewood that sold for $236,000. Let's see what else looks similar. This one looks similar on North Boulevard. I'm going to not put Stefco in. Let's see. Siegfried looks like a really nice property there. Looking for similar ones. And I can make the screen bigger if I need to. And maybe this one on Caraway Street. And this one in Oakland. All right. Once I've figured out what I want as comps, I'm going to hit continue. It'll ask me every step of the way if I want to add more listings. It's going to show me a listing summary. What are the active listings? What are the pending listings? And what are the solds? What am I comparing with? And I can decide to keep or subtract any of these if I want to. Now, for now, I'm going to keep all of them. I just picked them at random. I'm going to hit continue. And the software is going to take this and come up with a value of $235,250 based on comparing it with the properties that I picked. I might create a range, and I might say that range is $230,000 to $240,000 and apply that. I hit continue. And now it gives me my presentation. So all that is built into what's going to go out to the client. And I'll show you in a second what that looks like. And I have a lot of pages already installed in this for our 9-step program. So let me view this and play it. Now I can just send it to a client. It's ready to go just as it is. Or I can decide to add pages or subtract them. I can just delete a page, or I can add a page. If I want to add a page, I can add it from the library. And I can take brokerage pages, the ones that I've used. We've created some commercial ones. We've created a lot of residential ones. Or you can take pages from Century 21, listing presentation, Spanish listing presentation, commercial, fine homes and estates. There are lots of pages we can include. We go back and change it back from library to presentations. I'm happy with what I've got here. So I'm going to click on view. And this should be what it'll look like when it comes to the client. Now the client will get this as a link. And it'll show up like this. It's got your name and contact information at the top. And by the way, if you click on that, eventually that will take them right back to your website. But they can go straight through the presentation. This is our service plan. You can expect 121% from us. This is the property that they're looking at, trying to value. Pulls it in. And you can scroll through what's in it. Now the next page, it gives me the comparables and a map of where they are. Now this gets kind of cool. This is interactive. So your seller can look at this, click on it, and come up with all the information about that property themselves, and actually scroll through even the photos if they want to within your CMA. Really nice tool. And by the way, this powerful tool is something that clients really like. I might even go to the next comparable and click on those, or the one after that, let's say, and they can look at it and compare it with their property. Again, they can step through all the pictures. If I close that, it takes me back to the CMA. Next page again shows it in a different format. You can look at anything you'd like there. And then it builds a grid, and you can scroll through the grid and see how the software compared each of these properties to your subject. And again, you can tweak this. I'm showing you a quick overview. So this shows the active properties, it only shows one. We have 3 pending properties and 4 solds. It shows what the square footage was, the price per square foot, the lot size, the price, sold price, days on market. All there for somebody to look at, and they can go through this pretty easily. It gives you the averages if you want to include a slide like this. It can give you a lot of charts. I left the charts in, I didn't delete them. Showing where the solds are, if there are any outliers. Again, comes back down to this house and shows what the software comes up with as a value. Now, again, you can change this value to whatever you want when you send it to them. But the idea is the software assists you with putting that together. And then it kicks into our 9 steps to selling your property. And for those of you who've gone through this before, first step is always to enhance the appeal of your home, because you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. The second part is pricing your home to sell, making sure that we price it correctly, that we don't give away some of your savings, but we don't overprice it and scare good potential buyers away. Then number 3 is total market exposure. I'm just going to skip through these pretty quickly. Shows some of the things that we do to market, where buyers come from, the home search process, our impact marketing system. Keep in mind, we put all this together and built this in for you, the most visited real estate franchise website, showing that again in a different light. Listing syndication, we market your properties everywhere. We upgrade your listings wherever we can. We respond with lead router in real time to your questions. We're always responsive, and our websites are mobile and friendly to everybody. We're going to build a unique property website for each person whose property we put on the market. We do a visual tour on every property. Again, that is not a video. The visual tour is built out of the photos. We have a company called Paradigm that does that for us and pans the photos for us, does a voiceover that you've probably heard on YouTube. This beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home located in the Parkland School District. That's put on YouTube for them. It's done automatically. Our social media campaigns, which we're really kicking into more higher gear, social media sharing tools to get it out there. We've got a powerful web presence. And again, you can get rid of any slides you don't want. The 4th step is making sure our buyers are both serious and qualified. The 5th step is negotiating your best interest if you're going through this with a client. 6th step is making your home more affordable through financing, because only 7% of homes are sold for cash. The 7th step is making sure your transaction is worry-free. There are 2 types of problems that happen during a transaction. 80% are the agent's fault, and 20% are personality conflicts or ego and emotions getting out of hand. And why should they choose Century 21? And then why should they choose you? And Century 21, of course, is actually now in 86 countries, almost 14,000 offices worldwide, over 50 years in the business. Nice little note about Century 21 at a glance. We're the #1 leader in brand awareness, most recognized name in real estate, the most respected in the industry. And it shows everybody else in that, shows comparisons. And again, you don't need every one of these slides. A little bit about us, and then that we're global. And then it automatically puts in a page about you. Now, this happens to be me writing this, so it pops up with a page on me, but it'll do a page on whoever is actually doing it. If you're using the seller service pledge, it plugs in the seller service pledge for you. We're going to keep you informed every step of the way with Golden Ruler. And, please list with us. Thank you. That is the entire presentation for this particular system. Now, if instead I wanted to do, let's say, I can back a second. Let's say I wanted to do a new one, and I want to use the seller template for not our brokerage template. I wanted to use Century 21 seller template. And I might want to use their Fine Homes and Estates presentation, the tablet presentation. I can do that instead. Again, we've also done a commercial presentation that we built in that I think is pretty good. I don't know if I have a version I can show you very easily. Actually, I do. That boring you too much? Just to show you what we've done with this. So this commercial presentation is a little bit snazzier. Sorry, it's taking a little longer to load than I'd like. But we built this over the last couple of days. I'm going to deliver extraordinary experience. What Century 21 is, again, about our company, leader in brand awareness. That's a little bit more updated slide, above and beyond, 23 consecutive years at #1. Impact marketing. And then it goes into global syndication, all the different commercial services that we hit, and so on. But this presentation is well laid out, I think, for anybody who's trying to list commercial property, how exactly we market properties and so on. Unique property website again, social media again, our Market Edge investment package to analyze properties. And this is what a Market Edge investment package looks like. It shows the property. It does show the demographics around it, resale analysis, what the operating income is and how much money you're making on it. direct consumer marketing. And then I did put in something on video marketing that you can remove if you're not going to build videos. But one of the nice things we're able to do also in this presentation is you can load your own videos, or you can load videos from YouTube right into your presentations, and they'll play right within your video, right within your presentation. Your client will be able to play stuff. You can do a video message, incorporate it into your presentation, and they can click on it and play it. Or you can load a YouTube video directly in. Now you don't have to put 4 in a row here. I have to put 4 on one slide because I thought it was easier that way to showcase what you can do, regional MLSs and so on. And then at the end of this, if I can go all the way down to the bottom, I do have a thank you slide in this particular one. And again, we put in some pretty nice slides in this. So my point is that these are all created for you. There are brokerage presentations that are already created, a commercial one, a residential 9 steps to a successful sale. We're still working on the Fine Homes and Estates version, but it's a really simple thing to do. Now, by the way, you can also do a presentation for buyers. And what you can put into the presentation for buyers, you can create one that will allow you to step through what you're going to do for them, but also what properties they're going to be looking at. You can pull those MLS numbers in, and they can pull up everything on them directly from this. So a lot of cool tools, and this is just, again, Moxi Present. I'd like you to try it out, give it a shot, see how it looks for you. I think you're really going to be impressed with what this looks like when clients start getting presentations like this. Let me see real quickly if I can take a second and see if I can find a property in the Poconos. I have not tried this lately. Let's see if we can create a new one last time. We're going to do one for a seller again. Let's see if I can find a quick listing on another screen here for instead of brokerage templates, this time I'm going to use Century 21's generic one. We'll do a residential, and by the way, here's a Spanish version built in. I'm going to do a residential tablet version here. And I am going to, actually, let me see if we can pull in the list price of $350 to $400. All right, we're going to prepare this one again for John Smith, but this time I'm going to pull it from the Pocono multi-list. I'm going to do a luxury presentation, and it's going to come up in a second. Try and find, hopefully it'll come up in a second. And let's try and find a property. Let's see, let's use one with Car Realty, PM 93532. Let's see if this works. And there it is. So there's the listing that comes in. Pocono Township, again, fills everything in for you. Living area and square footage are in here because it does not have a finished basement. I'm going to hit continue again. Now this happens to be Colonial, you can see on the screen. 2,000 square foot Colonial in the Tannersville area. So as I'm putting together CMA, it's pulling properties around it. I'm going to probably look primarily for Colonials. I don't see much, unfortunately. But again, you can put together a presentation very, very quickly with this. And if we need to, we can change the filters. So this was looking for 1,600 to 2,200 square feet. We're not finding any. So in this case, I'm going to change it to 1,800 to 2,500 square feet. I don't care about the lot size. I can put in, if I want a certain sized lot, I can put in all sorts of things, whether or not it has a view. Let's change this a little bit. It didn't add much for me, unfortunately. But again, we can fiddle with this a little bit to figure out what we're going to search by using the filters. And then again, it'll go through the whole process of setting this up, creating the CMA, and sending it to clients. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you today. I hope you enjoyed this quick introduction to Moxi Present. Again, mymoxi.century21.com. Check it out, give it a shot, see what you think about it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.